Chilton. So with all the moves that have happened through the trade deadline, any injuries, Nick, well, the obvious Joel Embiid, things have happened in the past month or so.
Mhm.
What does that change? Like what shifts as far as the power rankings go? Like who's the top dog now? Who's in that top 10? What are the power rankings?
You got this team at number 10. At number 10, I got the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay.
As anybody who knows me knows, I think they're fool's gold the way this team is presently constructed. Pat Beverly does not move the needle like that. He would have moved the needle 3 years ago because he would have been able to give you more minutes. He would have been able to give you more minutes and be more productive on the defensive end. He might give you 10 minutes. That doesn't help. What the real problem is, Big Ox, they lost before last night. They lost 4 of their last 5. Doc Rivers in the midst of he got hired in turmoil, which I didn't like. That hire stinks to high heaven, 100%. Lopez before last night, I think he was out the last 3 games. Portis has been a minus over the last 5 games. Before last night, he's actually getting it back together, but he's been a minus for the last 5 games.
Chill town. Milwaukee number 10 in your power rankings is, I'm not gonna say it's crazy because I'm along those lines. I'll probably have them around 7, 6, 7, but having them 10 chill town, I don't know if the people are gonna like this.
When you see who else I have, you'll probably understand it better. You'll probably understand it better. So yeah, I think they're fool's gold. I think the way that the team is presently constructed, like I told you, Bobby Portis before last night, he's been a minus in 4 of the last 5 games. Campaign wasn't really giving them much as a Campaign wasn't really giving them much as a backup point guard. 3 points and 2 assists in 12 minutes. That ain't really helping us. That's not helping us at all. At number 9, I got the Sacramento Kings, man. And Big Ox, you know how I feel about your man Sabonis. I love this kid. I absolutely love this kid. The biggest all-star snub that of all the all-star snubs, I think he's the biggest all-star snub of all of them. Last night, he now enters, because he had a triple-double last night. So it's just him and Chamberlain to have a triple-double on 75% shooting. Him and Chamberlain have the most games on that. Chamberlain has 9. I think Sabonis has 6 of them. And this dude didn't make the All-Star team, by the way. He went 17, 17, and 10 last night. It's almost 20 and 20. It's almost 20 and 20. And he's been doing that, by the way. This is not something that he's done like just last night. All right? That's not like it's something that's been done last night. I think before last night, over the last, 5 or 6 games, 18, 17, and 8, Big Ox. It's almost 20 and 20 and 10. This is what you got on your crew. All right? This is what you got on your crew. So, I love this kid. I love what he's doing in Sacramento. Sacramento is, I think they've won 6 before last night. They had won 6 of their last 8, and I was gonna take them out. And the reason why I was gonna take them out, Big Ox, because I thought to myself, anybody who loses to the Detroit Pistons, you're not a top 10. You're not. But then I remember, Big Ox. I remember the Bulls won 72 games, and they end up losing to the Toronto Raptors that year. So I can't completely take them out. I can't do that, right? So with that being said, at number 8, Phoenix is rolling. Phoenix is rolling, Big Ox. And one of the main things about Phoenix that nobody's talking about is that they're healthy. Phoenix is healthy. This is the first time they've been healthy in a long time. At number 7, I got Denver. Denver won 7 of their last 9 games before last night. They lost to Oklahoma City. That was without Joker. That 2-man game doesn't work the same with Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray as it does with Joker. It just doesn't. At number 6 was the Knicks, decimated by injury. With them being decimated by injury, they still won 10 of their last 11 games. No Julius Randle. Brunson's been out the lineup. OG's it was a minor shoulder. Elbow. It was a minor elbow procedure, and he should be back after the All-Star break. He should be good. Julius Randle should be good. Hartenstein tweaked his Achilles, but he should be good. I'm telling you, Big Ox, I think I told you this. I think it was either yesterday or a couple of days ago. This around after the All-Star break, those last 28 games, teams start to get healthy, teams start to get ramped up, and
Yeah.
it just looks it looks different with them. So, and number 5, I have Minnesota. The problem I'm having with Minnesota, they got the best defense in the league, right? Best defense in the league, Big Ox. But in their last 10 games, 5 of their last 10 games, right? 5 of their last 10 games, the Wolves, Charlotte, Orlando, San Antonio, and Chicago. They go into the fourth quarter with a 9-point lead, an 8-point lead, a 10-point lead, a 15-point lead. Double-digit leads. Their problem is not their half-court offense. Their problem is closing games. They get plenty of points. They get plenty of action. Their defense isn't the issue. Their defense is not the issue. They have the best defense in the league. I think they got the best defensive player in the game right now in Rudy Gobert, which we're going to have a conversation about Rudy Gobert if he ends up winning the defensive player again this year. Big Ox, that'll be 4 times in 7 years. 4 times in 7 years, he's the defensive player of the year. We're going to have a big conversation about where Rudy Gobert falls in the defense and as an all-time great defensive player. But with that being said, they got an issue closing games. Anthony Edwards is definitely in the conversation as one of the best 2 guards in the game. But him and Cat and with Mike Conley, they have a difficult time keeping that offense rolling in the fourth. And I think it's predicated on a starting 2 guard that's in his 3rd year, who is up and down. That's the biggest problem. They have to shore that up.
If we can spot that out right now, Chilton, that's reason for concern in the postseason.
It is.
That's definitely a reason for concern if we can see that already.
Mm-hmm.
We might want to keep an eye on that.
Yes, we will. Yes, definitely we will. Big Ox, from 5 to 1, and from 5 to 1 is like running a race where Big Ox, you ran it in a 9.87. I ran it in a 9.89. The dude behind me ran it in a 9.91. So all these teams is like this. Like nobody is really like this, even though we have some teams that are good. At number 4, I got Oklahoma City at number 4. I mean, they won 8 of their last 11 games, 3 of their last 4. They got Jalen Williams back in the lineup because he had a rolled ankle. So they got him back in the lineup. That helps them. But I watched them against Utah. Big Ox, they got destroyed on the backboard. You being a big man, young. At number 3, Big Ox, I'm on the train. And I've been talking about these dudes before the season started. It's Cleveland. I've been on the train before the season started, and none of y'all dudes roasted me for it because of what you saw last year in the playoffs, and understandably so. Understandably so. Everything that I thought they were going to do to the Knicks did it to them. Roughed them up, beat them up, straight roughed them up, outplayed them, out-physicaled them. They did all of those things. But with that being said, they're the hottest team in the league right now, won 16 of their last 17 games. Half those teams is playoff or play-in teams that they beat. I'm on record saying it. I think Donovan Mitchell's the best 2 guard in the game. He's having a career year this year. I thought Jared Allen should have been an all-star. The team that they have and the way that they presently constructed, getting Evan Mobley back in the lineup, that makes them even better, right? That makes them even better defensively. So I'm really interested in what's going to happen with this team come playoff time. I mean, Donovan, like a lot of people talking about the MVP. Again, before the season started, Big Ox, I thought Jason Tatum was the MVP. It looks like it's going to be Joker, but some people are talking about SGA. I think Donovan Mitchell's going to be in that conversation before the season's over. No Darius Garland, no Evan Mobley, and he had them in the top 5. Had them in the top 5. He's been playing fantastic since they got those guys back. I think that those guys would be better if they converted more. I think if they converted more on the long ball, I think that they would be even better because Donovan Mitchell, as a passer, has improved tremendously. At number 2, I said I was out on him, but I can still model it.
I think it is.
I said I was out on them, but I can still dig what they're doing. And it's the Clippers. It is. It's the Clippers. I can still dig what they're doing. Absolutely. I think they won 9 of their last 10 games, Big Ox. Right? 5 of them, half of them, I think 5 of them have been against playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
Westbrook is doing a really good job of taking care of the basketball. So is James Harden. So I have to respect what I'm seeing from this Clipper team. And Big Ox, I said this to you. You laughed at me, but one of two things is going on here. Either I got tricked, or Kawhi Leonard is going to go to pieces. One of those two things is going to happen, 100%. Because there's no way that what I saw over the last 4 years, where a guy is barely playing, not even barely, I take that back. He's not playing half the season. He averaged 40 games a year over the last 4 years. We go from that to he missed 4 games this year, and he looks like he's in year 6. I think he's going to be an all-league defender, definitely an all-star, definitely going to be an all-pro. Mid-range game looks better. He's actually dunking on guys. I can't remember the last time I saw Kawhi Leonard consistently dunking on guys. He's been playing great. The problem that I am having, though, is Paul George. Like, nobody talking about how slow Paul George has been as of late. I mean, he's 14-4, shooting 23%. I don't think Paul George is washed. Under no stretch of the imagination, I don't think Paul George is washed. But he's going through a slump right now. And he's still in the adjustment period of playing with James Harden. Yes, he is. But he already told us, right? He already told us that he's not a number 1 on the championship team. So this thing that they have with the Clippers is predicated on one guy and one guy only. And that's Kawhi Leonard. He's going to go as far. They're going to go as far as he takes them. As far as he takes them. I think 8 of the last 10 games, he shot over 50% from the floor. He's been fantastic for them. So even though I'm still out on the Clippers, I can still marvel at what they've been doing. And the best team in the NBA, who I think is going to win the NBA championship, is the Boston Celtics. The way I feel about them is the way I felt about Denver last year. I feel like they got the most complete team in the game. They have a top 5 offense for a reason. They got a top 5 defense for a reason, and that's because of KP, man in the paint, rebounding the basketball, speeding the game up. Jason Tatum leads the Boston Celtics in rebounds and points. He leads the Celtics in points and rebounds. Jaylen Brown has been their closer. Jason Tatum has ice games for them. So they have one of the most complete. I think they have the most complete team in the league. I think they're going to win the NBA championship this year, Big Ox.
Okay, that's a solid prediction. As y'all can see, it's right on your screen. Y'all seen it. Y'all heard it here first. Chill's NBA Power Rankings as of today, Saturday, February 10th, 2024. We have the Milwaukee Bucks at 10, Sacramento Kings at 9, Phoenix Suns at 8, Denver Nuggets at 7, New York Knicks at 6, Minnesota Timberwolves 5, Oklahoma City at the 4 spot. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers 3, the LA Clippers 2, and the Boston Celtics number 1.